Okay, let's start today in child's pose. So for child's pose, touch your big toes together toward the back of your mat. Take your knees as wide as you'd like to start out. And sit your hips back, walk your arms forward, and rest your forehead down into your mat. Right away, bring your attention to your breath. Draw in a nice deep breath in through your nose, fill up your belly. A nice loud open mouth exhale, sigh your air out. One more deep breath in, just like that, in through your nose, filling all the way up. This time, seal your lips at the top and exhale back out your nose. Take a few more rounds of breath here on your own. Try to count the length of your inhales and then match that amount of time for your exhales. Maybe with each inhale, you crawl your arms forward a little bit more. And with each exhale, sit your hips a little closer down toward your heels. One more deep breath in. One more slow and controlled breath out. Next inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Neutralize your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. Lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine up. Gaze toward your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Expand through your collarbones. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your tailbone. Press the ground away. Return back to a neutral tabletop. Ground down through your left palm. Inhale, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Option to take a few wrist circles. And exhale, thread the needle. Draw your right arm underneath your left and drop your right temple down toward your mat. You can use your left hand to press into the ground and accentuate this twist, or you can go for the half bind, wrapping your left hand toward your right hip crease behind your back. Place your left hand back down on the ground if it's not already there. And inhale, lift your right arm back up toward the ceiling and take a couple arm circles. And drop your right palm back down to your mat. Inhale, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling, gaze up toward your hands, roll your wrists around. Exhale, thread the needle, draw your left arm underneath your right, dropping your left temple down toward your mat. Option to go for the half bind, taking your right hand behind your back toward your left hip crease and opening your chest toward the right side of your space. Plant your right hand back down into your mat. Inhale, extend your left arm up toward the ceiling and then roll your arm around a couple times, forward and back. And drop your left palm back down to the ground. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And then take a few rounds of breath here on your own to settle into this position however you like. You can pedal out your feet, bending into one knee and the next. Maybe bend both knees and lengthen your spine. And then begin to straighten your knees again, keeping that same length in your back. Inhale, rise up onto the ball mounds of your feet. Exhale, melt your heels a little closer toward your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your wrists at about hip width distance. Option to bring a generous bend to your knees here, so your belly brushes up against your thighs. Option to interlace your arms around opposite elbows. Maybe you interlace your hands behind your head to let your head hang down a little heavier. Drop your arms down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Leave just a sliver of space between your heels. And inhale very slowly. On a nice deep inhale, roll all the way up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. No rush to get to the top. When you do, inhale, shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. And exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Press your palms together, interlace your fingers, and release your pointer finger and your thumb. So you're pointing up toward your ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, side body stretch toward the right. Press your hips to the left. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Find space on your left side. Inhale, slowly rise back to center. Reach up as high as you can. Then exhale, side body stretch toward the left. Ground down to the knife edge of your right foot. And spread your right rib cage. Inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, Samasthiti. Drop your hands together at your heart. Let your eyes closed or soften your gaze to the tip of your nose. Ground down through all corners of your feet and pull your kneecaps up. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Strong breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open, drop your arms down to your sides and face your palms forward. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up overhead, option to press your palms together and look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down toward the ground, option to bring a bend to your knees here. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms to your shins or your thighs and flatten out your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Tense your fingers down on your mat. Lift your heels up as high as you can, and then squeeze everything toward your midline. So pull your inner feet together and your legs, and spread your shoulder blades apart behind you, stretching through your upper back. Drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Neutralize your spine. Press your palms to your shins or thighs. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're down on your belly, extend your right arm out toward your right side. You can either keep it straight or goalpost your arm. And then slowly roll over to your right side, taking your left leg and dropping the sole of your left foot on the ground behind your right leg. Feeling this nice opening through the right side of your chest and your shoulder. Now roll back to center. Extend your left arm out toward your left side. Place your right palm down into your mat. And then roll over onto your left side, taking the sole of your right foot to the ground behind your left leg. Roll back onto your belly. Press your palms next to your low set of ribs. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet down into the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Squeeze the back line of your body. Exhale, lower back down to your belly. Inhale, press up to a tabletop position and tuck your toes under behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, compress your chest a little closer toward your thighs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Walk to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your hands together at your heart. Send your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, option to look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your core in tight. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. And then hold here for a couple moments again. Lift your heels up nice and high. Option to keep your fingers tented down on your mat if you want to play with some balance. Interlace your arms around your shins and then draw your chin in toward your chest. Continue to spread your shoulder blades apart behind you. You've got the bind, tent your fingers back on the ground. Drop your heels down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra, press the tops of your feet down, gently lift your chest. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Inhale, tabletop, press yourself up to your knees and tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, spiral your triceps to the wall behind you. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, walk to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, rise all the way up, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at heart center. Drop your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Nice deep breath in as you reach up. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Lift your heels up nice and high. Option to go for the bind, wrapping your forearms around your shins. So drop your heels back down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra, gently lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower back down to your chest. Inhale, tabletop, press yourself up to your knees and tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Nice deep breath in. Slow and controlled breath out. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot in between your palms. Now ground down through your left palm. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Pull your thighs inward toward your midline. Keep your hips squared down toward the ground. And gaze up toward your top hand. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm and drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon. Hinge your torso up and reach your arms overhead. Breathe here and sink into this stretch however you'd like. You can leave your arms up. You can interlace your hands around your front thigh. Or you can place your hands on your waist. However you like to sink into this. If you're taking some movement, just keep it nice and gentle. Inhale, crescent moon. Extend your arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel and point your right toes toward the ceiling, tenting your fingers on the ground next to your right leg. Now pull your right kneecap up, and this will shorten your quadricep muscle, and it will aid in the lengthening of your hamstring. With this hinge, come from your hips. The focus here should be your hamstring rather than your upper back. So avoid any rounding in your upper back. Try to keep a nice neutral spine. Take one more breath in. Hinge a bit deeper on your breath out. Now inhale, crescent moon. Shift your weight forward. Extend your arms up to frame your face. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your right leg to the back of your space. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and ground down through your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Ground down through your left heel. So press more weight down into your left heel and squeeze your thighs toward one another. Deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm and drop your right knee down to your mat. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead, and breathe here. You can take whatever arm variation you like. Just stretch a bit more through your hip flexor, bend a little deeper into your left knee. Press your pelvis forward and tuck your tailbone. You should feel that deeper extension through your right hip. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Reach your arms back up to frame your face. Exhale, half splits. Straighten your left leg. Tense your fingers down on your mat and point your left toes up toward your face. Neutralize your spine here. Use your exhales to hinge a bit deeper and let go of any tension you're hanging on to. Just allow your body to sink into this stretch. Take one more deep breath in. One more breath out. Stretch a little deeper. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Shift your weight forward. Reach your arms up to frame your face. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Plant your palms and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Melt your heels closer toward your mat. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and ground down through your left hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Listen for a change. Exhale, Horizon Lunge. Roll to the outer edges of both feet and extend your right arm behind you toward the back of your space. It's a nice hip opener on your right side here. Let's continue to squeeze your inner thighs toward one another. Inhale, easy twist. Lift your right arm back up toward the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right palm and send your left knee down to your mat. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Reach your torso up, arms overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Point your right toes up toward the ceiling and tense your fingers. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Shift your weight forward. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Plant your palms and step your right foot back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and press your right hand into your mat. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm toward the sky. Exhale, Horizon Lunge. Roll to the outer edges of both feet and extend your left arm behind you. So again, opening through your left hip on this side. You're on the outer edges of both feet here. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm back up toward the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm and drop your right knee down to your mat. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Come up onto your left heel and point your left toes toward the ceiling. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Shift your weight forward. Press your hips forward. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Plant your palms and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Controlled breath out. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and ground your left hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm toward the ceiling. Exhale, Horizon Lunge. Roll to the knife edges of both feet. Extend your right arm behind you. Inhale, easy twist. Lift your right arm up. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right hand and drop your left knee down to your mat. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Tense your fingers on the ground next to your right shin. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Listen for a change here. Exhale, back bend. Goalpost your arms. Lift your heart toward the ceiling. So think more about lifting your heart up rather than dumping your weight down into your low back. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Lift your arms up to center. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Plant your palms. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and ground down through your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm toward the ceiling. Exhale, Horizon Lunge. Roll to the outer edges of both feet. Extend your left arm behind you. Inhale, easy twist. Left arm up. Exhale, low lunge, drop your left palm down to the ground and drop your right knee to your mat. Inhale, crescent moon, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg, tense your fingers on the ground and point your left toes up. Inhale, crescent moon, lift your arms up to center. Exhale, back bend, cactus your arms and lift your heart, gaze up toward the sky. Continue to press your hips forward, extend through your right hip. Inhale, crescent moon, lift your arms up to center. Exhale, downward facing dog, plant your palms, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath back out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, mountain pose, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands together at your heart. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Connect the sole of your right foot to your inner left shin or up on your thigh. Now we've been playing around with a different variation of tree pose. So if you want to take the the half lotus style variation, you can also take that if you're working on it. You don't have to if you don't want to, you can stay here. If you want to take the other variation we've been working on, take the knife edge of your right foot, so like grab your leg, and then snuggle the outer edge of your right foot into your left hip crease. From here, once you have this connection, you'll drop your right knee down toward the ground. So instead of your knee going out to the side, it's more going down. So if you're working on this, you can always go there. The next step after you have this variation of tree would be to take your right hand behind your back and grab toward your right big toe as like a little bound variation. So if you're super comfortable here and wanted to work toward that, you can. Wherever you're at, one more breath in. Exhale, Samastitihi, drop your right foot down to the ground. Ground down through your right foot. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot to your inner right calf or up on your thigh. You're in this variation. Press your left foot into your right thigh just as much as you press your right leg back into your foot. That action of like the pressing and that opposing energy will help keep you balanced because it will engage your core, which is really where your balance comes from. If you're taking the other variation, you would take your left foot and press the knife edge of your left foot to your right hip crease, dropping your left knee down toward the ground. This is a lot for your knee, so if you have knee issues, I probably wouldn't do this one. It's also a really deep hip opener, so if you have open hips, you might want to take this one. Wherever you're at, one more breath in. Exhale, Samastitihi, drop your left foot down to your mat, hands together at heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Lift your heels up nice and high. Option to work more on balance and go for the bind. This time, wrapping your forearms around your shins. Drop your heels down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your legs, flatten out your back. Exhale, high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest up, little to no weight in your hands. Exhale, lower your chest back down to your mat. Inhale, tabletop. Lift up to your knees and tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, extend your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot in between your palms. From here, inhale, warrior one. Spiral your back foot down and lift your arms up overhead. Breathe here for a couple rounds of breath. Option to drop your hands to your waist or your hips and square your hips forward. So in warrior one, your back foot is planted and bent deeply into your right leg. So as you bend into your right leg, press your back foot down into your mat as hard as you can. Really ground down to the outer edge of your back foot as much as possible. One more breath in here. Exhale, warrior two. Readjust your stance. Find front heel to back arch alignment in your feet and gaze over your right fingertips. Keep really strong arms here. So if your back arm is dropping down, lift it back up in line with your front arm. Take one more breath in. Sink a bit deeper on your breath out. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Create an X shape with your body, an option to shake your hips a little bit from side to side. Now extend your arms out to a T. Pivot your toes so they're facing the wall that you're facing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. And then you can drop your hands down to your mat or grab for your ankles or your shins or whatever you'd like. If you're working on getting the crown of your head down toward the ground, you would take your hands, plant them down into your mat about in line with your toes. And then walk your feet as wide as you'd like to bring the ground a bit closer. And then from there, pull your kneecaps up, keep your quads engaged, and then send the crown of your head a little closer toward your mat. If your hands are down on the ground, extend them back out to a T. Engage your core, and then with a flat spine, nice inhale, lift all the way back up to stand. And exhale, warrior two, bend back into your right knee and point your right toes forward, gaze over your right hand. Inhale, reverse warrior, extend your right arm up and back, gaze up toward your right palm. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wiggle your arms down, and then step your right foot to the back of your mat as you lift your hips up and back. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot in between your palms. Inhale, warrior one. Press your back foot down into the ground and then hinge your torso up, reaching your arms overhead. Breathe here for a couple rounds of breath. Feeling nice and strong and sturdy in this position here. You can take a wider stance, like a wider base, or you can step your back foot in a couple steps. Bend a little bit deeper into your front leg. As you do that, press your back foot down like you're trying to spread your mat apart underneath you. One more breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Readjust your stance as needed and gaze over your left fingertips. Find front heel to back arch alignment or front heel to back heel alignment in your feet. You can bend and straighten into your front leg a couple times, sinking into this position, tracking your weight to the outer edge of your front foot so you can gaze down and see your big toe on the inside of your left knee. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Create this nice X with your body. Maybe find a little gentle chest expansion. Now extend your arms out to a T. Pivot your feet so they're parallel with the short ends of your mat. Option for a chest expansion on this side. Interlacing your hands at the small of your back, or you can press your palms down into your back or your fists together behind your back. You can take any of those options. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold with optional chest expansion. You can drop the chest expansion at whatever time. Just allow yourself to take whatever is comfortable here, whatever feels good. If you have the chest expansion, drop it. Extend your arms back out to a T and then snap your belly button up to your spine with a flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, warrior two. Bend into your left knee and pivot your left toes forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Extend your left palm up and back. Keep the bend in your left knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl your arms down and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, hinge forward to a high plank, and then slowly with control, lower all the way down to your belly. Once you're on your belly, untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet into the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest up, squeeze the back line of your body, shoulder blades together. Exhale, lower your chest back down to your mat 2 more times. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your chest, press the tops of your feet as hard as you can into your mat. Exhale, lower back down 1 more time. Inhale, baby cobra, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower your chest back down, drop your left cheek to your mat and extend your arms down by your sides. Feel your heart beating into your mat. Continue to breathe deeply, breathing all the way down into your belly with each inhale. Return your chin to center. Keep your arms down by your sides. Actually, press your palms down into your mat. So your pinkies will be facing inward toward your body and your thumbs are out. Your palms are down. Now keep the tops of your feet down into the ground as hard as you can. Inhale, locust, lift just your chest here. Press your palms into your mat and the tops of your feet as hard as you can down into your space. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, lower your chest back down. Drop your right cheek down to your mat. Take another little mini shavasana here. Just feel your body melt into the earth. Return your chin to center. Press your palms down into your mat. Lift up to standing on your knees and then flip over onto your butt. You can extend your legs straight out in front of you. Find a lot of length, so press your palms down into your mat next to your hips, and then as if there's like a marionette string coming out of the crown of your head, find as much length as you can in your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, seated forward fold, hinge forward, grabbing for whatever's accessible, whether that be your feet or your shins. Your next inhale, lift back up. Press the soles of your feet together to touch. We'll take Baddha Konasana. You can take your heels as close or as far away from your body as you'd like. Maybe wrap your hands underneath your feet and you can stay upright like this if this is enough. If you'd like to hinge forward, you can hinge your torso forward over your feet and then take your elbows and press your knees down toward the ground a little more. So you can choose whatever variation you'd like. You've hinged down, lift back up. Press the soles of your feet into the ground and lower all the way down to your back. Extend your left leg long and pull your right knee up to your right armpit. Inhale, squeeze your right knee in. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your right leg over to the left side of your space. And then tee out or goal post your arms. Keeping both shoulder blades planted down into the ground. Return back to center, switch out your sides. Pull your left knee up and then extend your right leg long. Inhale, squeeze your left knee in toward your armpit. Exhale, supine twist. Draw your left leg over to the right side and then tee out or goal post your arms. Option to drop your gaze over your left shoulder to complete this twist in your cervical spine. Return back to center. Hug your knees into your chest and wrap your forearms around your shins. Roll up into one little supine ball. Squeeze everything together. Pull your chin in toward your chest. Compress every muscle to every bone. Breath in. Exhale. Final Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your body fall into whatever shape it pleases here. Your palms can be up or down. Starting from your feet, release any tension in your toes and the bottoms of your feet, your ankles. Draw your awareness up your legs, releasing any tension as you go up. Release the tightness from your hips and your abs. Let your belly rise and fall with the natural rhythm of your breath. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the muscles in your forehead. Just enjoy a moment of rest here. You can stay in your shavasana as long as you'd like. If you'd like to be guided out this morning, begin to bring some small movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead. Point your toes and lift your low back up. Draw your knees toward your chest, then roll onto either your right or your left side, using your bicep as a pillow for fetal pose. Press yourself up to a nice tall seat. Ground down through your sit bones and find a nice tall spine. Place your hands on your knees, in your lap, or at heart center. You can flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air in your lungs. Take a nice deep, full breath in. Feel your belly expand. Then hold your breath in at the top. Nice, loud, open mouth exhale. Sigh your air out. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.
Thanks, Emily.
You were welcome.